All right, 3 chokes from a standing snap down front headlock that I think everybody should train in a grappling based environment. We've been working a lot in class lately about using the collar tie and grabbing behind the tricep or the armpit to just kind of work snap downs in general, to where either I can use this as an opportunity to take the back. If they posture, I can change levels and go for ankle pick, or I can start attacking the neck and we can go from chokes. There's really 3 chokes that I like from this position that I look to hit all the time. The nice thing is, one, I have a choking opportunity. So if I'm able to secure a choke and I can pressure it, I can finish the fight right there. Or if I do this and I feel like they get really hands-on and they're getting real heavy with the hand fighting, which is a common reaction, then I can for sure continue snapping them down, where I can either now apply another choke, or again, we'll use that to take the back. So essentially what I'm doing with this idea is we're creating a dilemma. Now the first choke that we go from here that I like to use is the guillotine. I adjusted a little bit because I'll be honest, I'm not the best guillotine person out there. So I make some micro adjustments. The way that I set up my guillotine, again, off the collar tie arm, this collar tie is always gonna be directing the head where I need to go for the chokes. This hand that's grabbing the tricep armpit is always gonna be my choking arm. Now when I go for the guillotine one in particular, instead of like stuffing his head in my armpit and finishing it from here, I have a lot of wrestlers that train here. A lot of times when I go to these positions, they posture that head up really high and they start looking to take the back, and they'll, trust me, they'll take you for a ride. So what I like to do instead is I like to stuff it between my ribs and my elbow, and I essentially just like to pinch my elbow to my ribs, and this kind of crushes the head a little bit, right? I'm just creating that head pressure. My hand is going to come up so that the wrist and the thumbs, or I guess the thumbsticks just past their throat. My wrist is right on their jugular, or Adam's apple, I should say. My other hand is gonna come behind my palm, and I'm looking to pull that straight up. Now I pinch the head, I pull this straight up, I'm gonna hip in. I do this with the mentality that I'm picking you up by your neck. I'm not trying to squeeze your head off, I'm trying to pick you up by your neck. As I hip in, I pull straight up on that, and that's where we're gonna get the finish from there. So again, from this angle, I snap down, push the head over a little bit, pinch that elbow to my ribs, bring this hand up, grab the back of the palm. As we hip in, I pull straight up, and we get the finish from there. Second choke that I have is a pistol grip choke. Similar idea, however, I'm shooting this hand all the way through. My collar tie hand's gonna stay put, and instead of snapping down and pushing his head off to the side, I'm gonna snap it down and make sure that I put my chest over his head so that he can't posture that head as easily, right? This hand is now going to come underneath, and I'm grabbing the outside of my forearm. Now the goal here is that once I get my forearm, I'm pinching my elbows together, bringing my chest down together, and I'm just trying to encompass his head within that tiny little space. Again, we start hipping up, wake up. So as I pull down, I shoot this hand across, I grab my forearm, I pinch my elbows together, I hip in, I start walking into him, and we get the choke finish from there. Again, I'm driving this hand up on his throat, pinching nice and tight, keeping his head collapsed. My chest allows that posture to be broken so that, again, I'm trying to pick him up by his neck. Last but not least, we have the ninja choke from here. Now this one's a little bit sneaky. Again, off the collar tie side, I'm gonna snap and redirect his head away from the choking arm. Why? Because I need to shoot this arm through. And once I do this, not only do I shoot this arm through, I turn my body at the same time so that when I do shoot it through, I'm at a good angle. Now I lock it up on the inside, I bring the arm up and over, again, pinch my elbows, squeeze, and we get the finish from there. Now, as I mentioned, if all of these fail, you have the option to go down. So when you're training these, you work that collar tie, I snap, cool, pinch, guillotine, perfect. Okay, snap to the center, pistol grip, hip in, perfect. Snap, turn the head off to the side, shoot the hand through, ninja choke, right? However, if whatever one I'm going for, he starts hand fighting, really defending those, then I snap him down, we look to take it back, and we progress from there. Again, create those dilemmas so he has to choose, am I gonna get tapped out or am I giving up position? And not only is he giving up position, more than likely he's giving up his back. Give it a little shot, stay safe.